going on, Warriors? It's Coach Jay. Today, guys, I'm doing a review on ginger. I'm doing more on food is medicine because it's important for us to get the right foods in. They're gonna help our bodies to thrive. I've been taking ginger myself for 3 months straight. What did I notice personally about taking ginger? When I know something has a lot of potential good benefits to it, I'll go ahead and I'll sample it myself and then really dive in after I notice certain things to find research that might collaborate what I felt. So you guys can see a lot of research links below in the description of things that I came across that really blended with the things that I noticed on ginger. Very powerful stuff. If it's your first time on the channel, guys, I'm a type 1 diabetic bodybuilder. Been a type 1 diabetic myself for over 23 years now. It's crazy, but grew up playing football, hockey, soccer, and now I'm a diabetic fitness coach and I help diabetics to transform their body and control their blood sugars. But if you're not a diabetic and you like supplement reviews like the one I'm doing today, make sure you guys stick around still. Hit that subscribe button if you like these types of videos. Hit that bell notification so you guys do not miss out. Ginger, food is medicine. Let's just dive right in. There's a lot more information in things like Ayurvedic medicine when it comes to diving into more natural remedies through foods that we eat and how that can help to heal our body. And one of them is ginger. When we think about ginger, sometimes we think about how can we add these spices to our foods. And unfortunately, your boy is not the best chef in the world. Maybe Master Chef one day, we'll see what happens. I took about 1 to 2 grams a day of ginger for 3 months. I was more on the 1 gram a day side. And I would mix it in with tea sometimes. Sometimes I would add shilajit in as well. I would also have turmeric, so I have my curcuma in there as well at times. But I always have some ginger with me in the morning. Historically, things that a ginger is good for is helping to stop things like nausea, upset stomachs, improving skin health, and it's even been used as a detoxifier to help to cleanse the body. Another thing about ginger is it has a lot of bioactive polyphenols and what's called antioxidants in ginger, which can help the body to function better. A lot of things that can happen within our bodies. You know, maybe you're diabetic and the blood sugars are running higher and lower and it's causing more damage to the body's tissues or free radical damage in the body. That can cause more issues. Free radicals are just a reactive oxygen species that's been let loose in your body, and reactive oxygen species want to try to combine with other things to become stable again. By trying to become stable again, it actually causes more damage to things inside your body, which can cause more inflammation. Inflammation can lead to more things like insulin resistance. It can lead to obesity. It can lead to cardiovascular disease and so on. And so if we can improve inflammation with the right foods, then we can help to relieve our body of the stress that it might be going through. What I did is I took 1 gram. So this is about what 1 gram looks like right there, guys. You guys can see it. You guys can get yourself a weighing scale, something like this, if you guys ever want to weigh your food. So about 1 gram for me a day. I would literally just chop this up. You know what? I haven't had my share for today, so bottoms up. Chop it up, eat it. It's gonna taste delicious. You guys are gonna love that. Really gonna burn the tongue. As soon as I would take the ginger, about 1 gram of this, it's gone. I'm telling you, stomach aches, wake up with a little bit of stomach nausea or morning sickness or whatever it is, gone 30 seconds to 5 minutes. Other things I noticed as well was just, it felt like my blood sugars were more stable on the days I was taking ginger. I felt like, let me put the knife down before I stab myself by accident. I also noticed that my energy levels felt more balanced. If your body is in a scenario where it has less inflammation and it has, you could say, a weapon that's fighting against that type of damage in your body consistently, that can help balance out energy levels as well. Even taking ginger, I did notice sometimes improving how I felt from mental clarity. Honestly, guys, this could just be in my head, or it could just be the fact that ginger has a powerful kick. When you eat it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's almost like a shilajit, but shilajit is more like getting slapped, where ginger is more like taking a heavy fist to the face when you're eating it. It's just got a very pungent flavor to it. Maybe that's what just made me more alert and more focused. When I dove into some of the research that I found after noticing what I felt with taking ginger, even if you're not a diabetic, but you're somebody who wants to avoid that category in the future as a type 2 diabetic, potentially, which we see the drastic increase in type 2 diabetics. When it comes to insulin sensitivity, there's a study done in the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition that looked at type 2 diabetic patients and the insulin resistance they were facing. And when you think about type 2 diabetes, you think about a lot of insulin in the body system. The cells just aren't responding to it, so you have an overabundance of insulin. What they noticed is that there was a lot less insulin that was in the system with the diabetics that were taking the ginger as supplementation versus the placebo groups. And what they did this over a course of 2 months. And even though the HbA1c, they didn't notice a significant change in the HbA1c. They did notice that there was less insulin that the diabetics were needing when they were taking ginger for 2 months. And if you can imagine what would happen if somebody was taking it for 6 months or a year or 2 years. And so the results might be different from that in terms of lowering the HbA1c. But having an idea that it can help to improve how much insulin your body is using could be signs of the reduction of inflammation, which ginger has been known to help with as well. There's another study that was a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study that took 88 participants who had type 2 diabetes. And what they noticed as well was that this study actually showed an improvement in insulin sensitivity, and it also showed a decrease in HbA1c for the participants that were taking the ginger supplement. And so another thing about ginger, which you guys didn't know I could catch without even looking at it, must be the ginger. And there's one study that was done in the British Journal of Anesthesia, and it looked at the efficacy of nausea and vomiting, and it looked at various random controlled trials when it came to using ginger to help improve nausea and vomiting. What they noticed with these studies was that compared to the placebos in these studies, participants that were on the ginger had more of an impact on their body when it came to reducing that nausea and the vomiting. And I just want to touch again on the calming effect that I noticed as well, and just helping to balance out how I feel overall. And a lot of that can do just again with just reducing things like inflammation in the body, allowing your body to function better. I recommend starting your day with a lot of these powerful properties, just like I recommend starting your day with something like shilajit every day. And these are things you don't have to take every day, but if you get a consistent habit of taking certain things like these root vegetables, you might notice some powerful benefits for yourself. This is something that I didn't notice myself, but it was really interesting when I was doing the research on ginger as well, and what it can help you guys do. See this right here, guys? That's ginger. That's the power of ginger right there. Look at the effects of ginger on weight loss and other metabolic profiles. And it looked at specifically randomized control trials when it came to the use of ginger. And what they found when looking at these randomized control trials was that ginger itself overall was actually helping people reduce things like their body weight, their waist to hip ratio, and even helping to improve fasting glucose when these randomized trials were looked into as well. So just piggybacking off some of the stuff I said before, but also adding in the power of when we add better foods into our diet that can help us, really becomes a domino effect. Now, if you just take ginger, it's gonna help you to lose weight. The studies are showing that it can, but there can obviously be other factors. If somebody's eating more ginger, if they have more fiber on board, they're feeling better, they're feeling more satiated, it's balancing out the hormones better, which is allowing them to eat within range for the calories that they need, you know, down the line, right? But when you get the right foods in, this can help to be that domino piece to knock over other domino pieces. You guys could mix it in tea. I have a shredder that I was using as well, so I was grating out the ginger. I would mix it in with some tea. Sometimes I would put some shilajit in. Other times I would just have the ginger in the tea with like some turmeric as well. And sometimes I would just eat it in the morning on its own. I put a little bit of honey in my tea as well, so that's definitely something else that you guys can do. But you know, get creative with how you guys are ingesting ginger if you guys want to try it out for a little while and see how you're feeling when you're on it. That's it for me today, guys. I hope that helped you guys out. What I'm gonna do I'm getting too good at that. Well, I'll go ahead. I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. If you guys have any questions, comments down below, drop them down below. I got you guys back. I'll go ahead and I'll see you guys. Go Leafs, go.